And we begin tonight with breaking news and an unprecedented night in the NFL. During the Bills-Bengals game tonight, Bills safety Damar Hamlin made a tackle, then stood up for a few seconds before collapsing on the field.
This is new video obtained by our sister station in Cincinnati, showing the ambulances rushing Hamlin to the hospital following that hit. He's currently in critical condition.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Jessica Porter. Hamlin laid on the field receiving CPR for several minutes before an ambulance carted him off.
We have a team of reporters covering the story for you tonight. We begin with Lionel Bienvenu and the latest we know on Damar Hamlin.
Well, Damar Hamlin's marketing agent posted on Twitter tonight saying that Hamlin's vital signs are now back to normal, but they have inserted a breathing tube down his throat. Now, that is not an official statement from the hospital, but again, that update coming from Jordan Rooney, who is his marketing representative. The hit that was made by Hamlin on T. Higgins tonight was not a really hard hit at all. There are much harder hits all weekend across the NFL and even today in college football, and Hamlin did get up, just like any other play. But in just a couple of seconds, he collapsed and fell on his back. And a statement released by the NFL tonight, they said Hamlin received immediate treatment on the field, including CPR and life-saving procedures. He was then transported to that hospital in Cincinnati, and he's listed officially in critical condition. The game was postponed, which was the only decision and the right decision. This was Damar Hamlin before tonight's game, going over to hug his family and his mom. He's 24 years old, a sixth-round draft pick out of Pittsburgh in 2021. He's a young, up-and-coming safety for one of the league's best teams. His mom did get down on the field, and reports are she was in the ambulance with him when they went to the hospital. Now, social media tonight, everyone's sending thoughts and prayers to Hamlin. The Broncos posted this tweet: "All of Broncos country is praying for you." And Broncos players posting as well. Patrick Surtain saying, "Damn, prayers up, scary." And Russell Wilson saying, "Wow, I am praying for you, praying for health and safety." And then I remember Gary Kubiak collapsing on the field back in 2013 when he was head coach of the Texans. They took him off the field in an ambulance as well. That was terrifying, but Gary turned out to be okay, and we are all praying that that will be the case for Damar Hamlin tonight as well.
You know that's so true. All right. Thank you so much, Lionel. We're also waiting on a press conference from hospital staff in Cincinnati, and we will bring that to you when we get to it. Now let's bring in Denver 7's Colette Bordelon. And Colette, you spoke to a former Broncos player getting his reaction tonight.
Yeah, Nick Ferguson, he was a safety. He spent a decade in the NFL. He was watching the game tonight and initially, like most of us, didn't think the play was as bad as it turned out to be. But once he saw the ambulance rush onto the field and heard CPR had to be administered, he tells me he's never seen anything like that before. Right after the game, emotional Bills players clearly worried about their teammate, all of us hoping to get some better news about Hamlin's condition soon. And Ferguson says suspending the game tonight ultimately was the right call, despite what an important game it is, because at the end of the day, these are people, not players.
It's really tough because the players have prepared so long to get to this point, and it means a lot to them. Now that's the professional football player in me giving you that answer. Now let me give you the personal individual answer. When you're in that locker room after what you just saw, it makes you a little apprehensive, and you don't want to play this game in an apprehensive frame of mind, because this is how you get hurt and you can really injure yourself.
Ferguson, who also coaches football now, hopes plays like this don't make people feel like all is lost when it comes to the sport. He coaches his kids to tackle in a way where such extreme injuries shouldn't happen. He wants to remind everyone plays like this are extremely rare, but he still loves this game, and he's hoping for the best for Hamlin, just like all of us are tonight. Live in the newsroom, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Yeah, we certainly wish him well. Thank you, Colette.
And as fans process tonight's game, they are throwing their support behind Damar Hamlin by donating to a cause close to his heart. Now, when Hamlin first was drafted in the NFL in 2020, he wanted to make an impact on his community. He started a toy drive to help children impacted by the pandemic. It had a goal of just $2,500. Last month, he held the third annual toy drive. That GoFundMe is still active, and tonight fans have donated over $878,000 just in a matter of hours. Julia donated and wrote, quote, praying for that moment when you pull through and your family can share with you how your fundraiser has blossomed. And the donations are coming in from not just Bills fans. Tyler added with his donation, quote, Broncos country praying tonight.